Hello guys, Otakumen here. Now we start our story as Izuku Midoriya. As we see in the USJ, villains were coming out of a portal as Shigaraki said, we are here to defeat the symbol of peace, All Might. As we see All Might said, huh? As All Might was there present, yes. In this timeline, All Might doesn't have the wound. As we see, All Might was, you can say, in this timeline there are two Nomus there. Now, the second one you can see is a little bit danger to All Might if he can defeat the first one. So yeah, we see All Might defending the student, but the other Nomu is making it harder for him, as the other villains are also a little cowering. But then again, they have a little confidence because they know they have strong men to defeat All Might. So it was happening at that time. In the roof of the USJ, weird creatures tried to fall down from the sky. There were two something that looked like insects at first, but it had a yellow like aura and a weird yellow pattern around the body, and a black scale. As one of the villain had a, you can say, super strength quirk, as he went there to punch that scrawny little bug thing, but when his fist connected, it didn't work. As they started to scream and said, "The Savage are here! Run, run!" As the villains and everybody said, everybody ear pricked up and said, "The Savage!" At this time, as the other students said, no, not Savage. As Bakugo said, "Damn savages!" As we see, the savages were slaughtering villains here up and down as the villains were getting killed. As then again, they were also turning into the savages also. So we see some we can say a man of three men coming down from the skies. As the first one was a blondie with the bust size even bigger than, you can say, Momoya Hirozu. She came from the sky as she started decimating the savages. As she said, disgusting savages. As the savages, you can say, start to increase more and more, we see suddenly there was you can say, a white silhouette started to come down from the sky. As it fall hard, like it created a crater. As there was another woman. As suddenly, Bakugo said, "The Slayers are here. We are safe," Bakugo said, because he respected the Slayers. Now we see the two were decimating everyone, but that time there was the big savage, the big one, the leader, that's turning the villain into savage. As he started to come there, we see both Slayers got a little you can say, not arrogant, but you can say the Slayer got a little bit of crappy. So they started to get pushed back by the savage. As the savage were deploying, you can say it was a missile type thing, but the savage were deploying not missile, but they were poison darts. As the savage were deploying poison dart, as suddenly the blondie with the red suit said, "Amelia, we are in trouble. Where is Hayato?" Sorry, cancel that. As the blondie said, "Amelia, we are in trouble. Where is Midoriya?" As she screamed suddenly, as that time said, "No need to be fear, you know why? Because I am here." Yep, same classic All Might dialogue. As that time, a person came with a full body armament. As he dropped down on the savage, the big one. As the savage was, you can say, slung into few feet away from the two. As the two pouted and said, "Where the hell were you?" And said, coming down with style and a perfect moment. I said, the lives are at stake and you're here for fucking style. As they were both angry, said, now we can be angry later. For now, we have to fucking slay the savage. Said, yes, I'm creating an opening. As she got her big as fucking busted cannon. I said, I'm getting ready. My energy is going to down soon, so be ready and kill it. Said, okay, Izuku said. As we see, the savage trying to attack Claire, as Claire was, you can say, charging up her buster cannon. As that time we see the savage about to hit them, but Izuku just one hand, there was a shield, a barrier. The barrier, you can say, swing the savage back a few feet again. As he said, I guess I gotta dance with it. As we see, Izuku started to run toward it with his maximum capabilities, as he was fast as shit. He literally put a punch on the savage's not chest, you can say, in the midsection of the body, as he had flown few meters away also, as there was a crack formed on the savage middle. As the crack was getting worse, we see Claire said, I have a perfect shot. Go on, Izuku said. As said, now die, disgusting bitch, she said. As we see, as her buster cannon literally blew the, you can say, the protective area, the core that was protecting the savage. It opened up as we see now. Izuku said, my turn. As Izuku got into his little beef mode, as he said, I guess time to slay some fucking savages. As he said, as he power upping his sword, as he said, I guess time to go wild. Variant mode, he said. His eyes turned yellow. As his strength increased a little bit, we see him powering his sword up more and more, as there was a big light of red form. A big pillar of light was formed. As he swung the sword, the savage, the half of the USJ was decimated. As there was nothing left of the savage, just the half of the body. And the villain had to flee away because the slayers were here. The slayer, you see, as we see, All Might just said, damn, the villains get away. As we see, Amelia just said, should come on, let's get going. As both of them, we see both Izuku and Claire just nod their head and said, yeah, we don't want to stay here too long, he said. As we see, as they were about to fly, that time All Might said, thank you. As we see, the person that was wearing the full-on mask self, you can say, or full body armament, not showing his face, he just said, you're welcome, old man. As All Might heard the voice, as his eyes widened, said, Izuku? Said, I guess it has been a long time, old man, he said. As we see Izuku floating upward as they were going. As they were, you can say, little garden headquarters, or you can say little garden initiator, as they were coming here to collect the savage. As All Might said, as we see Izuku was flying, as he said, I guess I'm gonna come home, old man. As All Might just nodded, and as he leave, as they teleport from there. Now we are gonna go to a flashback of how this had happened. we got to a story of Izuku Midoriya, or he does not use the Midoriya concept of his name. He used Yagi mostly because his father was his Toshinori Yagi. He was not his real father, but he did love his son like a real father. Stepson. He did not care. Izuku also had a little sister. She was a year younger than Izuku. Izuku does not care about those things anymore, as as she was a year younger than Izuku. Izuku was happy to have a little sister around, as Izuku used to love how she always call him Oni-san, Oni-sama. He literally liked it part, but when they were growing up, the sad reality, Izuku was born quirkless. But then again, a little bit of sadding story. After that incident, there was another test, you can say, mainly the quirkless people gave. The test was mainly to see if he can be a slayer. As Izuku did not it, because the slayer job is also heroic, but the slayer kills villain and savages at the same time. So mostly the slayers, you can say, they are the most top security system of the Japan, and even the whole world also have the slayers around them because of this savage, that interspecies thing. They came from the sky, as they are not earth life form. They are from the outer space. They want to conquer earth, so they keep attacking. One organization created hundreds. These are made from the core of the savages, as this metal, those who use hundreds are known as slayers. As the slayers are only able to harm the savages because their thick skin, their skin hard like metal. Not even core people are able to crack their metal. Only the slayers are able to. As we see in this world, slayer jobs mainly is the dangerous job of all, but there is money in it. The problem is the quirk people cannot do the job, cannot do the fucking slaying job, or they cannot join the little garden because the 100, they are made from the savage core. So the savage core reacts unnaturally when a quirk people, or when a quirk person came into contact. It aborted the person completely, so they do not have the attribution literally. So it's you can say mostly a dangerous test. But Izuku, at the age of 5, his Sabbath attribution was so high that even it surpassed the United States Liver's candidate score. She was the highest of all the slayers. Claire Harvey, a candidate of the United States, she was the highest of the attribution, and her rank number 1. But when there was another person that was competing against it, was Izuku Midoriya. His attribution of 100 was even surpassed her. So yeah, it turned out different, even as she got a little jealous, but hey, she controlled her jealousy. You see, Izuku may not look like something, but he was strong at a very young age. And what was the most important thing? He had variant blood. You can say savage blood. How? Few of the humans of My Hero Academia has gained savage blood, but few people don't make it. But few make it. In the whole world, there are only 5 of them. Our main character Izuku Midoriya is one of those, and second, Amelia Brutenberg. She was also one of this variant. So in the little garden there were 2 variants mostly, Izuku and Amelia. So you see, because of a variant blood being too disruptive, and there is a problem, them going berserk. So Fortunate for Izuku, Emilia has to kiss Izuku. Yes, then he can literally calm down. So yeah, fuck thing happened. If for Izuku it was fucking heaven, and for Emilia, it was hell, but also heaven at the same time. And you see what happened, because her father didn't find any variant prince or any other some shit. Her father, Izuku has to marry her, because once he kisses a princess, she is his wife. So Izuku does not have a choice. But the king has given a little option to Izuku. Said you can also create your own harm. We don't care. As Izuku just said, shit. I don't know why this all got so complicated. As Izuku was removed from his family at the age of fucking 7. So after you see in the because of joining the savage, you can say because of joining the little garden, Izuku weren't able to, you can say, meet his family that well, as their family doesn't know about Izuku joining the little garden. As it was always a mystery, as one time All Might tried to, you can say, connect to Izuku, but Izuku's phone won't budge. As shit happened, Izuku got busy with his life and he became a, you can say, vice president for the Slayers, the student council vice president. He took the fucking spot, becoming, you can say, the strong one. His hunter name was Flying Sparrow, a speed type, mostly speed and close combat type, so it's perfect for him. And Claire, his teammate or president of the student council, having a dragon type 100. She can make, you can say, guns or busted cannons. She's a long range fighter, but she's still good at a close combat. Now for Emilia Gutenberg, having her 100 specially made, her 100 type was innocence. Now our main character just said the innocent doesn't make a fucking sense. It's fucking damn OP like a creation quirk, but it was stronger than a creation quirk. The user could wish anything he wanted and he or she can create. The creation quirk does not the creation quirk requires fucking stamina and every shit. For the 100 they do not require that shit, so they are fucking stronger than quirk people. As you can say, the quirkless communities are fucking too much damn strong because of those 100 things, and the quirk people hate those, but they cannot do anything because the savage, they cannot fucking hit the savage or anything kill them, not even fucking All For One. You see, he was about to fucking die when All For One and let's just say when All For One and All Might was fighting. And why didn't he gain the fucking, the scar in the fucking, not scar, the fucking, he was how his gut was not, his gut was not fucking ripped off of him, because when they were fighting there was a fucking savage and both were them fighting the savage, so they couldn't do anything, so the Slayers showed that time. Now we see Izuku getting into his new academy life, you can say a military institution, a tough academy, as he was learning many martial arts, close combat tips and other things, taekwondo. There was no style that our main character knew, because it was irrelevant for a Slayer to know this. A Slayer has to do 24/7 slaying job, because any moment there can be savages in the whole world. As the Slayer organization, they are the only one who handles the savages, and every country have one of these, has a few of these Slayers. The Japan has 3 of them. Claire Harvey from United States Labor, Emilia Gutenberg from the Gutenberg Kingdom. Yes, Gutenberg is a kingdom in the My Hero Academia. And lastly, the Japan's candidate, Izuku Midoriya, the highest attribute for 100. These three were the unstoppable trio. No savage can escape their wrath, as they are the one who decimate them. As there was a newly rule was informed because of the savage attack don't happen in Japan mostly, so the Slayer have to, you can say, fight villains, and the Slayer at first they protested it. Why? Because the Slayer's job is to kill the enemy, not capture them. So they fight it a little bit, and they come, you can say, the government come to a conclusion that the Slayer can kill if they want, but you can say they have to do a little bit of digging about the criminal. So if he has a high criminal record, then kill. If he not, then fuck. He's gonna be like crippled. Yeah, I know it's fucking messed up. So yeah. As we see Izuku Midoriya in his life, it was not fucking hell at all. He was fucking happy being a Slayer. As we go back to our present scene. Now our present scene happened as All Might, they were all injured as they were with Recovery Girl. As Recovery Girl said, All Might, we are safe because of those Slayers. I've already told you to take some Slayer in the UA. Because of the most of the time savages attack here and Slayers have to come and destroy nearly half of the things. So we gotta keep the savage around. As the principal agreed, said, yeah, I guess you're right. The savage attack has been grown too much in UA. Mostly UA has been attacked by savage 7 times this week. As they just sighed. As the principal said, it's gonna be a haggle getting Slayers into the academy. There is shit. As Nezu said, I guess back to the older, as he said, back to communicating some higher rank people. As we see Nezu going to his own office. As we looked at Izumi. As we see Kirishima said, oh, those Slayers were strong, right? Yeah, especially the red one. With the red 100. What was that 100 called? I don't know, but I know the type Kelvin or something it was called, Kirishima said. I like the color mainly. Yeah, he was a speed type, Ida said. As Uraraka said, they were all both cool. As Minato said, did you see the blonde bitch? She was, as he was about to finish the sentence, as Tusui literally knocked him out. As said, Minato, don't you dare finish the sentence. As Minato was knocked out cold. As Denki said, I won't deny that fact. She was kinda hot. He said, yeah, and older than you. Jiro said. That is the thing that I regret, he said. As we go to Izumi's perspective, as Izumi said to her dad, as Izumi was alone with All Might and said, Dad, yes, Izumi. As Izumi said, oh, why were you struggling in that fight, and why were you watching the red hunter or the Kelvin type hunter, Kelvin type Slayer? As All Might just said, I guess it's time to tell you, Izumi. Izumi, do you remember your brother? Izuku? Yes, do you remember him? Of course I do. You said he was dead. Yes, I know he was dead, but it was a lie. Apparently he became a Slayer. As her eyes widened and said, really? Yes. And I neglect him because of that. As All Might was a little disappointed himself, as he said, I should have given him my quirk and never should have left his side because him not having a quirk, as he was regretting everything. I said, what happened, Dad? Why did Izuku leave really? As All Might started to say, you see, Izumi, After knowing that he was quirkless, we sort of started to care less for him and started to care for you more. And let's just say, because of him being quirkless, he started to get in depression, and he did talk to those equation, but he was mostly depressed, and he was jealous of you, Izumi, for having a great quirk. But at that time, who would have known he would get a little letter from the little garden? You mean, yes, that the academy where slayers, they trained to be slayer, a military institution. As Izumi said, why didn't you stop him? I thought he wanted to be a normal quirkless military man, so military soldier, sorry. I decided that why not? But who would have known that he wanted to become a slayer, and he was good at it. As he said, I regret my decision. As Izumi said, I don't know what to think about it anymore. As we see, Eraserhead was not that much hurt. Eraserhead and Nezu, they were both talking to one of the higher ups of the little garden, as they were talking to Claire Harvey, because she is the leader of the Slayers. So yeah, she was talking to the UA principal, the mouse thing. As for her case, she was disgusted at mouse. But then again, she stopped her urge and said, yes, Claire Harvey here, the president of the student council and the leader of the Slayers, she said. I said, hello, Miss Harvey. I'm Nezu from UA. I'm the principal, he said. Yes, what do you want, sir? She said. I said, I guess you heard a little bit of a news about UA getting attacked 7 times by the savages. Oh yes, I did. It was the 7th time in the row, so do you want some protection from us or something? Oh, yeah, about that, yes, we do. As Claire said, we, the student council, we don't have usually to do anything, so I guess we are gonna come, she said. I guess we are gonna come from tomorrow, because it was raw, right? It was the 7th time in the row, right? Yes. As the Claire just sighed and said, I guess we are gonna come tomorrow, Mr. Principal. Do you know our payment? Oh yes, we have already sent it to the little garden, said, huh? Oh, have we received it? Okay, nice to do business with you, Mr. Principal. As she you can say, cancel the call. Not cancel, you can say, she disconnect the line, as she said, we got a large amount of money from UA. As we see, Izuku said, UA, huh? Why are we going there? He said. Oh, apparently that was the 7 attack in the UA. Oh, I remember when we got there first. I'm surprised myself. Is there any quick people controlling them? Maybe they are controllable by the brain. You can say manipulating quirk types. They can be manipulated by quirk people, but then again, I'm unsure about that because they were falling from the sky. What do you think? Maybe it's because of the villain name All for One? Maybe, she said, maybe. But the report clearly says the savage killed All for One. We didn't find the body, Midoriya said. Oh yes, the report did say that we did not find the body, but still, maybe it's him. Maybe not, Izuku said also, but then again, we don't care. So, how much money? She said this much. As Izuku said, whoa, they do really want protection from us, huh? Yeah, so we are going. Who are going? Who people are going? Are you gonna send them the lower rank slayers? Nah, not the lower rank slayer, you can say. We are gonna go there. But we have, I said, don't worry, the other slayers can handle they're over there. They don't need the strongest one all the time, so we could have a little vacation, or you can say it's a trip. As Izuku said, what a drag, but okay. I said, so So anything got detail from the principal said yes. Apparently, you see, as she showed him the message, said we are gonna sit with the US first year batch of heroes 1A. Brats, why? Apparently the brats have potential. So yeah, she said. The brats have potential, and as Izuku got a little darker and said, and I'm gonna meet that motherfucker. He stated. As we see, Claire just hugged Izuku from the behind and said, it's gonna be okay, don't worry. Aren't you worried? Nah, I don't know if I can keep my anger around that fool. And that fool of a sister. Didn't you love your sister when you were little? I did, but now I'm a changed person, so I don't care right there. At that time, Amelia came and said, she just looked and said, "Huh, you're making out in the pure daylight, huh? What would the other people think?" As we see Zuko and Claire both get a blush and said, "Amelia, I have told you 1,000 times we are not doing that." You are not doing that. Then the other week I have see you two kissing, huh? What was that then? That was different thing. And for you, didn't we have fun last week? As she got her own blush and said, "Oh, wait. We are not talking about that. We are talking about both of you right now." Said, "We are talking about you right there, right now." As Amelia was just sweating and said, "Nah, just fuck it," as she leave. As we see Izuku said, "Work every time." "Yeah," she said as she hugged Izuku again. Now we see the next day. Izuku is in the same uniform you're seeing in the picture here. As Izuku was in the same uniform as he was. He still has, you can say, the guns and the other parts. So yeah, he has a gun, hidden gun behind. As their hundreds were, you can say, on their. Izuku has his own 100 and own 100 on him. As Claire, Harvey, they both went inside. As we see, they went inside and they went to the principal's office first. As the principal greeted them and said, "Welcome, Slayers." "Thank you, Mr. Nezu," Claire said. As he said, "I hope you have fun in our UA high school, Miss Harvey." As Claire just nodded, and as Nezu wanted to shake the hand, but Claire was a little bit afraid and she was hesitant, and she was doing, you can say, shaking. As Izuku said, "If you don't mind, Mr. Principal, you see she is afraid of rats and mouses, so that's why she is shaking." "Oh," he said, "I'm sorry if my face." Said, No, it's not that. It's just I'm afraid of mouses. I have a weird history with them. I am afraid of hamsters. That's the problem." As Nezu just said, "I'm sorry to make. No, it's okay." As Nezu just got a little darker and said, "I am hated by the Slayers. The president of the especially the leaders of the Slayers. I am hated." As we see, Izuku just laughed and said, "You are not the only thing that is hated. You see, she hates any disgusting thing that people like us like we boys like different things, and she don't like those shits." Oh, I said, "So which class are we gonna go into?" As we see Nezu saying, "1A. I guess lead the way, sir." As we see Nezu hopping onto, you can say, Izuku's shoulder. I said, "Now go on." As Izuku just said, interesting." As they were going there, as Izuku knocked. I said, "Come in." As Aizawa saw the principal and said, "Oh yeah, shit," he said. Then he said, "Hey student, shut the fuck up," as he flared red eyes. As we can see, the Slayer just said, "These are fucking bunch of brats." As I was said, welcome to give a warm welcome to the Slayers. As we see, the Slayers enter as Nezu, you can say, hop onto Aizawa's shoulder as he explained why the Slayers are here, and it's normally for the protection of the, savages. They wanna keep you a little bit of safer because, Savage has attacked 7 times in a row. And yes, the class 1A did face the savages a little bit, but they were utterly fucking shocked that nothing works against them, not even acid. As the Slayer said, yes, have you heard from the principal, and we are here for your protection clearly, so I guess we are gonna start with the introduction. As Claire Harvey said, my name is Claire Harvey, the representative of the United States Labor. As she just you can say said hello to them. Then we go to Emil Bittenberg, as she said, my name is Emilia Bittenberg, nice to meet you all, and the princess of the Bittenberg, she said. As everybody just said, oh, she's the princess, as now we go to the last person, as the last person still had a smirk as he saw someone interesting, as he said, Izumi, as he said, I guess time to introduce my old name. Time to being introduced by my old name, as Claire could see the smirk and said, oh, he's gonna introduce himself in his old name. As Amelia said, yep, he's gonna. As we see, Izuku just stated, my name is Izuku Midoriya. My name is Izuku Yage. Nice to meet you all. As everybody said, Yage. As Bakugo said, isn't that the shitty Izumi's last name? As few have already raised their hands and said, yes, you, the pink hair one. As she said, my name is Minashi, the cork acid. As she said, are you related to Izumi in any way? As we see our main character just smirked and said, yes, apparently I am her stepbrother. Why? As she just nodded and said, okay. As now there was another different hand. Now this was a brown hair bitch in Izuku's perspective, but just judging by the face, she was a bitch. Now he didn't mind that she did look cute, but the problem is he knows these bitches they curve for money, so hey, she targeted me, okay, he said. As she said, my name is Ochaku Uraka, Quick Zero Gravity, nice to meet you, Slayer-san, she said. As Izuku just nodded and said, so what is your question? As she said, are you dating anyone currently? As suddenly she said, are you dating anyone currently, Mr. Slayer? As Izuku just said, I cannot tell that I'm already fucking engaged, so I have a chance to have a harm, but nope, not gonna throw that away. As suddenly Emilia was about to tell that, as Izuku literally get behind her with a flash of an eye and said, and you don't you fucking dare spill the beans here. As she just nodded and said, okay, geez, leave me. As we see Izuku just said, nah, apparently she's still single. As we see Claire just getting annoyed and said, this is gonna be annoying. As Eureka just said, so I can seduce him, and the money that he received, As now we go to, as it's so class, there's no more question, and now the Slayers say you go sit beside there. As the Slayer took their respective seat, as Claire just took the seat beside Mina. She was, you can say, her bubbly personality and jumpy personality made her a little crankier, and she wasn't a person to get, you can say, comfortable with anyone just by meeting them. So she was quiet the whole time, and Mina was mumbling few things. As Amelia, she went to the bicolor girl and said, is a seat beside her seat, as the seat was changed. So yeah, as we see, the Amelia said, "Hello, nice to meet you, weird haired chick. I like your hair, but though," she said, as a Shoka does not know what to say. Yes, fuck you all. As she said, thanks, I guess, she said. As we see Amelia just getting her attention in the class as they were doing their own thing. As for Izuku, where did he sit? The girls were fucking offering him to fucking sit, as he said, where the heck should I sleep? Where the heck should I be seated? As he looked, you can say he found it Ida and said, I guess I'm gonna sit with you, Four Eyes. He said, he literally, you can say, gave a little bit of patting Ida on the shoulder and said, thank you, sir. As Ida just literally said, I'm honored you sitting with me. I'm honored, as he was moving his hand racket, chopping motion, and said, I'm very honored to sit with you, sir. You risk your life to save the Japan. You saved Japan from the savages. As Izuku just said, nah, it's okay. We don't do that much. We send lower rank Slayer there, but still, Slayers are Slayers. We only go to do slaying personally when there is a big savage there. The normal ones, we don't need to do any shit, he said. As Ida just said, is it nice to know, sir? As we see, the class went on. It was lunchtime. Izuku was tired, constant of getting, you can say. He was sitting on the lunch table with class 1A apparently. There is no deku squad, so he is gonna be, you can say, Ura squad? Why not Uraka squad? As we see Deku sitting in the lunch table where Ura squad are sitting. As he said, it's gonna be a long ass day. There was a fucking line of girls. They were literally wanting to meet the new Slayer. As Izuku just said, happens every time. Yep, this is a curse that I have to live up with, being too handsome at Endo, he said. As we see our main character just, you can say, listening to music. As this music was fight back apparently, as he was just saying, fight back the urge of having fun with your fucking girls. Why? Because he is being horny right now. You see, because of being a variant, it has a literally grown on to him. And normally a variant nature is a savage, so they gotta fucking sever their fucking item. So yeah, he is fucking carving for sex right now. You see, it is a weird drawback on, you can say, Slayers. That's the problem. Those who have variant blood, they're fucking too much, you can say. It's not that much of a drawback, but still, if you don't fuck around, then you got a little problem. As Izuku said, damn, I should have done it last night, he said. I said, I guess fight back, leading to music. As Jiro came in and see, as let's just say she was the fan of, you can say, she was the fan of Izuku. As you see, the normal people don't know the Slayer's name. Apparently they know them by their 100 model name. You see, Claire was known as the Queen, and Deku was known as the Flying Sparrow. And for Amelia, she was known as the Snow Queen. There is a reason. Now you see, Momo doesn't know the fucking limit to their power, so now you see the UA principal has done a little single thing. Now this single thing was, he decided to fight upon you can say the big three and the Slayers apparently. As for them being the Slayers, the big three was excited to fight them, especially Mirio, and let's just say Nejire was mostly, because as she wondered why the Slayers are mostly strong. Now the student does not know that if they want to become Slayer, they have to take they take the test in the day when their quirk is born. Sorry, the student does not know that the day when they get their quirk, or when they test if they have a quirk or not. If they are quirkless, they become Slayers. Now for the people who awaken their quirk, the bummers, they don't know what to do to be Slayers. Huh. Now we see, as Izuku said, is this necessary, Mr. Principal? We don't want to send people to the hospital that very soon. Yes, apparently we know, but still we do want to try. How strong you are, Mr. Slayer. As Izuku said, Cleo is gonna be ruthless. Amelia, she is gonna be sadistic, so I guess I'm gonna fight, he said. Okay, as Mirio said, Mr. Slayer, don't be so cocky. You don't have your 100 also. I said, oh, don't worry. I won't activate my full body armament. I will just activate my prototype. You can say normal form. As we see Izuku getting into his 100 formation, as he said, 100 on. As we see Izuku's body turn into, you can say, literally like this. As he said, I guess time to go wild, he said, as he had a little shoulder pat and a sword appeared. I said, so Mr. Slayer think he can defeat me with this? Mirio said, as Mirio was a little arrogant because knowing that his quirk was permeation, he could permeate through anything. As for Izuku just smirked. Now Izuku said, okay. As we see, Mirio literally went down into the floor. Yes, Claire and Emilia, they were surprised knowing that what, his clothes fell off. They both said. As when suddenly Mirio popped behind Izuku, as Izuku has already noticed it, as he just dodged it like it was nothing and said, you can. As Mirio, you can say, wanted to show a little bit of dominance, but unfortunate for him, Izuku just said barrier. As a barrier appeared, as shit, Mirio has become shit. Mirio was thrown to the, you can say, he was thrown to the fucking building. As he was stuck in the fucking wall, as said, oh damn. As the other as Tamaki seeing this chance, as he extended his manifesting his arm to the octopus tentacles, as he swung at Izuku. As Izuku just slightly smirked and said, as he was dodging them, as he was still talking, said, as he said to Tamaki, said, oi, the boy with the manifestation quirk. As said, yes. Will you be hurt if I cut these tentacles? Will you be hurt? He said. I said, I will hurt, but are you able to, as this suddenly said, are you able to regenerate your arm if I cut your arm literally right now? As he said, I might be my tentacle arm, if you cut my tentacle arm, maybe, he said. As AVC Izuku just said, okay. As we see, him did not changing into his full body armament, but he did something that he said, okay, I guess I gotta do something. As he charged up energy in his sword, as there was a few holsters around the sword, as the sword was swinging up apparently very fast, as Izuku come literally close to Tamaki at so fast speed as Tamaki could not perceive. As Izuku just said, nah, I'm not gonna fucking do that. As he punched Tamaki in the gut, making him unconscious by the contact. As we see, as Nejire said, oh, that's so cool, she said, as we see Izuku getting a little softer and said, "Oh shit, that's a girl. Oh shit, shit. I don't hit girls, but then again, I have to do something." He said, as he didn't want to hurt her. So yeah, he was just playing with her a little while as she was just throwing, you can say, her wave motion, Nejire beam, Hardo beam. Yep. Our main character was just fucking with her, you can say, not fucking mean, just playing with her as he was just dodging his attack. As she said, "Why aren't you attacking?" As Izuku said, "You are a girl. If I fucking punch you way too hard, you're gonna spit out some blood. I don't want that." He said, "I don't want to hurt a pretty girl like you." As Nejire started to blush and said, "Huh?" As we see our main character said, fuck it." As he rushed at her, she just waited for the impact, but suddenly, there was a, you can say, big ass sword into her neck. As we see, she was waiting for the impact. As you see Izuku just taking his sword into her neck and said, "So do you surrender?" She said, "Yes, I surrender." As she just said, "I tried." As the class 1A girls, they were just fucking too charmed and said, "He doesn't hit the girls, he's so noble." As for Momo said, "He's a perfect man." But unfortunately, I can tell he's taken by the look of the girls over there. As we see, Claire was fucking glaring at Izuku, and for Amelia, she had a neutral face, like she was smiling, and then again the dark aura. As Izuku said, oh shit, I guess I went on my way. I should have hit her in the neck, knocked her out then there, but fuck happened." As Izuku was still holding Nejire bridal style. As Nejire said, "Could you please put me down?" As Izuku said, "Oh, why not?" As he deactivated his, you can say, 100. You see, you're seeing Claire Harvey, the red one, and the middle one is Izuku. He's gonna be the same height. He is gonna be the same hair, but the color is different. And Amelia Butenberg, you can see the silver hair bitch. Now, with Izuku getting into his normal attire, as Izuku said, I don't know, but today I'm gonna be fucked." As the day ended, we see All Might just trying to talk to Izuku, as Izuku just said, "Fuck off, old man." As we see, with the last of his attempt, Izuku's mother did came to the school, as Izuku saw his mother after a long time. As he hugged his mother and said, "How are you, mom? How are you, son?" As she cried and said, "You gotta stay in the house today. I'm not letting you go until I feed you with my own hands." As Izuku said, "Ah shit." As Claire and Emilia said, "Go on, Izuku, we're gonna wait at the hotel." As we see Inko says, "And who are you?" "Oh, I'm the president of I'm the leader of the group Slayers, and the store council president of the little garden," she said, and Izuku here is my vice president." As Izuku's mom said, "Whoa, Izuku, I never knew you were rank 2. I know, it's fun to mess with people." As Inko said, come to the, I invite you friends also, come on, Harvey-san, come to my house, have a little dinner and maybe stay the night." As she just nodded and said, as Amelia said, "Me too then." As they went to Inko's house. They did not live the same apartment. They were living in the fucking big house. So yeah. As Izuku said, "When I was here, you used to live in a fucking apartment, and when I'm gone, you're fucking living in a mansion, huh? That shit," he said. As All Might said, "Son, I'm sorry," just said, "Take your sorry to yourself. Fuck off, old man. You're not my father." That's the truth here. Now we see All Might just lowering his head and said, I'm sorry. Fuck you're sorry, Izuku said, as they were bickering with each other. Not All Might was not bickering, Izuku was literally scowling at All Might, literally. As they were having dinner, this question suddenly caught off guard both Claire and Amelia. And suddenly both Inko and Izumi, they both said at the same time, is any one of you Izuku's girlfriend? As suddenly Amelia was about to raise her hand, then suddenly it was, you can say, she was about to say, no, we are not his girlfriend, we are his, as she was about to say fiance part, and then there was a hand in her mouth, as nobody could hear them, as Izuku said, you and your big mouth. As Izuku just said, Claire, at least you should have said us something. You were just fucking quiet. Why was that? He said. No reason, she said, as Izuku said, you wanted them to know that you are my fiance, as Claire said, yep, me win and win. As Izuku just realized what he said. Ah, fuck. As for Inko, she was just fucking. What? She was just said, what? I guess it cannot be hidden. You see, Mom, Emilia's father is the king of the Gutenberg, and she's the only heir. She's the only heir that he has, and because me and her being the same boat, and we have to do some intimate stuff. She and I married somehow, and Amelia's father gave me a little proposition, said I can create my own harem if I like. So yeah, it happened. As Inko just said, creating her own harem, huh? As she had a dark aura and said, I'm gonna get so much grandbabies, and it was all hidden from me. As she literally just got up and said, it was all hidden from me. As Izumi said, I was gonna be I had a sister-in-law, and they do, as you do not inform me, as they would have omnibus, or as Izuku said, I'm fucked up. As All Might said, yep, you are fucked up. As then Inko said, and you, Mr. All Might, you are not going anywhere unless you said me where was Izuku all the time, and why did you neglect him? As All Might said, you see, when you were in the hospital for the 7 years, and I sort of neglected Izuku a little bit, how, old man? You didn't even care about me unless it was food or dinner. You would never even call me, he said. As All Might said, damn you bastard. As Inko said, now All Might, you're gonna feel the 100 years of pain and no sex for a month. As All Might said, baby, no, please. As Inko said, nope. As Izuku said, we are still here, and you are adults. And you are all adults here, so don't need to worry about that. As Izuku said, but still, Izumi here is a brat here. As Izumi said, hey, I'm not a brat, said, yes, you are. As Izumi just pouted and said, damn, she said. As we see, hey, the night has already fallen, so... Hey guys, night has already fallen, so fuck off everybody. This is the end here.